Hey guys, I'm Zach. Welcome back to the Cavern of Terror. This is me in the present. This is in October of I Got Stuff in My Eyes 2022. And I am doing a new intro to an older review that I have done on the channel. As I said in my last video, I wasn't very proud of the Boogeyman 3 review that I put out. The review script that I wrote for it was good. I thought it was funny, I thought it was punchy, and I thought it was what that review needed to be considering how bad that movie was. I thought at the time that I did that review that I had lost my original file. Fortunately, I found a backup on my hard drive. So the original review I have re-edited and I am putting it after this intro clip here. So you will see the original video that I had done for the Boogeyman 3, the final film in that franchise. So take it away past me.
Hello and welcome to the Cavern of Terror.
Boogeyman 3 stars Erin Cahill. I believe that's how you pronounce her name. I got a lot of actors here that I can't pronounce their names.
Son of a bitch.
I apologize if I said that wrong, but Erin Cahill and is directed by Gary Jones. Part 3 of the Boogeyman series opens up with actually Dr. Allen's daughter, Audrey, returning to her childhood home, I believe, after the death of her father in Part 2. I really didn't want to start this review out with a gripe, but unfortunately, guys, that is going to be a theme throughout this review. Why did you make this character Dr. Allen's daughter? Because I'll give you guys a little bit of insight into the film. It's not really a spoiler. There is a couple narration scenes by the Dr. Allen character, and it's not narrated by Tobin Bell. It's narrated by someone else. They even use his likeness in this movie in a couple of pictures. Tobin Bell has one of the most recognizable voices in the history of horror.
I want to play a game.
I knew almost instantly that the person that they chose to do this narration was not Tobin Bell. Honestly, guys, they could have easily made this Dr. Ryan's daughter, you know, the other doctor from Part 2. They could have easily made this her daughter, and it wouldn't have made any difference. Coming off the first two movies, and really say what you want about the first film, some love it, some hate it. I'm actually a really big fan of the first film, and I really liked the second movie. I was very disappointed by this third installment. Guys, there is a severe lack of quality here coming from the first one to the second one to the third one. I'm talking $20 million budget for the first one. $4 million budget for the second one, which is actually a huge drop in itself. And then you go down another $1 million to $3 million for this film? We got a lot of stuff to talk about. From the opening on, and I actually want to give a little bit of credit here to the filmmakers by giving this movie its own title sequence. I was very happy about that. We don't need to do the same title sequence for every movie. That's kind of like having the same narration at the beginning of every movie. I'm looking at you, Resident Evil franchise.
My name is Alice.
We then meet up with our main character, Sarah, played by Erin Cahill. Guys, I'm gonna be straight up honest with you. I really felt for this character, and not really for any story reason why. Actually, I really felt for this character because she acts her ass off in a really bad movie. I know what you're saying. Is it that bad? It is. She does the best she can with what she was given, and being best known for playing a Power Ranger in Time Force. And really, I have nothing against Power Rangers. I fucking love Power Rangers. It's cool. I'm having trouble here, guys, because I just can't seem to convey how bad this movie is. I'm starting to get some I'll always know what you did last summer vibes. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. We're not gonna talk about how they basically turn the Boogeyman character into a tulpa like they did in I'll Always Know What You Did Last Summer. They totally did it here, guys. They totally did. They actually tried to do it. They actually tried to get into the mythology of this character. But at the end of the day, it does not matter. It does not matter, and I'm starting to rant, so let's focus this thing back up. As far as the characters go, they're not terrible. These are certainly not terrible characters. I mean, they're better than the characters in I Know 3, because all of those characters were bad. There's actually some good characters here. Like, I'd say the one standout for me was Jeremy, which is actually Sarah's best friend's boyfriend in the film. And I thought he was good. And I think, honestly, the one reason why he stood out for me is because he plays guitar and he has an accent. I mean, he's unique. It's time for more negatives. Say goodbye, because there it goes. There goes the straight-up slasher formula of the second movie that actually made that one really unique and good. The supernatural element from the first movie is back in the third movie, and no, it's not good. I mean, it's not good. What did I get myself into? It looks like the filmmakers involved here in the third movie actually took my advice. You know, those things that I wanted to add to the first film that, you know, make it a little bit better, punch it up a little bit more. We got a stuntman to play the Boogeyman character. I mean, he's tall, he's big, he's intimidating as shit. We get practical effects makeup on this character. It looks pretty cool when you can see it. There are a couple sequences where you can see the makeup on the face, and it actually looks really, really cool. We even get to go into the Boogeyman's world. It really is such a shame that none of that was executed well at all. We barely get to see the makeup of this character. Like I said, there are like split seconds where you can actually see the good makeup, and it is good. If you pause it, you can see it. It is good. We barely get to see it. His kill sequences are edited all to hell, so they end up looking terrible and very cheesy. And he actually does get a new costume in this, and it really, honestly, looks like one of those Party City Fun World Ghostface costumes. You know, the ones that don't look like Ghostface costume from the movie, you know, the sparkle ones. No, the ones that you get from, like, Party City. The real thing. That's what it looks like. It's terrible. It's like the filmmakers here got into a time machine, went to the future, saw my review on the first one, took every good idea I had about making it better, went back to the past, and did it as horribly as possible. I apologize, bad movies do this to me, I'm starting to get a little heated here. Let's talk about the kills. Were they good? No. Okay, I lied. Not all the kills were bad. Most of them were bad, but there was one that was good. Jeremy's kill was actually pretty cool, and I'll spoil it for you because no one's ever going to watch this movie because it's real bad. He actually gets sucked into a trunk because they're all getting ready to go for their winter breaks in college, and he gets sucked into this big metal trunk, and he goes like stomach first, so you can hear all of his bones cracking in his vertebrae. It's a really cool kill, and it ends with the thing getting slammed shut, and I couldn't help but like that kill. Maybe he should have been Aaron's boyfriend or Sarah's boyfriend, whatever. I can't remember the name of this character, because the boyfriend that played her boyfriend, terrible. This guy should have been the boyfriend. Jeremy for the boyfriend. The practical effects in this film, the makeup, the wounds, the blood, the gore, all of that was good. But it's so sparse throughout this movie, and it's used in such a terrible way. The execution was not good here, and good practicals is not enough to save this terrible, boring movie. Just, we're gonna have to do it. Let's get to the rating, because I can't talk about this movie anymore. I'm starting to get frustrated. We're gonna have to do it. We're gonna have to give the Boogeyman Trace a head down. Boogeyman 3. This movie was terrible. It's been a long time since I've given a head down. I think it was due time for me to give one, because it seems like I give a lot of positive reviews over here, because I review the movies that I like. But this movie, this was a well-deserved head down. And the last one I gave was I'll Always Know What You Did Last Summer. And is this one as bad as that? No. I mean, if you got a bunch of friends together, got drunk and watched this, I mean, if you can drink, I'm not condoning underage drinking. Whatever. You get some friends together. I guess you could riff on Boogeyman 3. It could be fun in that aspect. You can't riff on I'll Always Know What You Did Last Summer. Bad characters. Bad killer. Bad story. Pretty much a remake of the first one. Forcibly tying it in, which, I don't know, that kind of happens in this one too. Didn't really touch on it, but I'd say you could have fun, but man, you'd have to be annihilated to have fun watching this movie. I definitely don't suggest you want to check it out because I don't want to put you guys through that kind of pain. I said it was going to be fun. It wasn't. See, isn't that a lot better? That has been my review of the Boogeyman 3. I cut out the ending clip there because at the end I do promotion for the Final Destination, which I finally reviewed as well. So we're going to skip all that promotion for those videos that I've already posted on the channel. You can find them in the Final Destination playlist that I have. But I am much happier with this version of the Boogeyman 3. I feel like it's going to flow better with the first 2 reviews I did in that series. So I hope you guys enjoyed the final conclusion of the Boogeyman series until they do that new Stephen King adaptation of the short story that those movies are originally based on. So I fear I'll never be done with the Boogeyman series. In short, guys, I do have content coming to the channel. I have my Hellraiser series coming. We're going to be going through the entire Hellraiser franchise from the first one to the new Hulu original Hellraiser reimagining. So we're going to go through that entire franchise, and we are finally going to be reviewing Scream 2022. So, Scream 5, whatever you want to call it, they could have put in, you know, a 5 Roman numeral there. They didn't. We're finally going to get into this pretty divisive sequel in the Scream franchise. And I have some ideas, and I have some thoughts about what they can do moving forward. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you are new to the Cavern of Terror, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you like the content. Make sure you give this video a like. Let me know down in the comments down below if you guys have any suggestions for upcoming series that I can do on the channel. But most importantly, guys, I'm Zach. This has been the Cavern of Terror. Stay metal, my friends.